We welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. 3-1 Phillies, Ricky Pitalico, Ruben Amaro Jr. And we can talk about the Phillies' 3 runs scored in this victory, their 95 win total, and we will. But this game begins and ends with Aaron Nola's performance on the mound tonight as he resurrects, really, last year when he was 11th in the Cy Young voting, 2022 when he was 4th, 2020 when he was 7th. He had that kind of outing tonight, Ricky Bo, and it was really impressive. The question is, where do the Phillies go from here with that?
I think that, in all honesty, I'm going to be as honest as I can here. The way he threw the ball here, that looked like a Cy Young type guy. That was the guy that we used to love. That's the guy that came out with fire. I mean, this is what he looked like. You look at his fastball, 95-plus miles an hour tonight. That tells me one thing. He was feeling pretty good. The other thing is his changeup was really good. His sinker was very impressive, and I thought his sinker got stronger as the game went on. I mean, you're talking about a guy that went 5 2/3, perfect baseball, and then he makes that one bad pitch. You know what? There's going to be a lot of people out there saying, but that's Nola, the one bad pitch. I don't know about that. I just think he threw the ball exceptionally well, and the one thing that he's going to take out of this is a major confidence. Because of where he was able to throw his pitches. He used both sides of the plate. He was able to rise above the zone at times, and his curveball was flat out nasty.
Ruben, you know what the question is that folks at home will be asking as he throws 8 innings for just the first time this season. He gives up 1 run in a big league game for just the second time this season, and people are going to be asking, where's it been? Why tonight? And what would you say to those who are skeptical?
You know, in a lot of ways, I think he's probably still building. I mean, he was coming off the ankle and the rib, and you just don't know. He's never been through this. He's never really been through a season where he's actually had some real issues with his health. And he's been one of the most durable guys there is. I don't know that he really understands or knows what it feels like to have to bounce back and how long it takes for him to get there. And, I mean, Ricky's right. This is about as good as far as his life on his fastball, the location on his fastball. We talked about it in pregame. His fastball, 4-seam and sinker command was electric. I mean, it was impeccable, really, and that was the reason. And that's how he gets guys off balance. That's how he utilizes his changeup and curveball. He had an excellent changeup too. Really good movement with it down and with the action on it in a downward plane. It's nice to see him be able to do that, and it's great for him to be able to come off this game and into the postseason. Like Ricky said, as long as he's played baseball, I know that, this is a guy who's going to be confident with the way he wants to be able to pitch, and he's going to feel real confident going into it.
I think you could compare something here. You think about Ranger Suarez. When Ranger's throwing like 92, 93 miles an hour, he's better than when he's throwing 89, 90 miles an hour. Why? Because those extra couple miles mean something. Not necessarily on the fastball, because if you're spotting that pitch, it doesn't matter. But on his off-speed stuff, I think it makes a tremendous difference. I think that's the reason why those extra 1-2 miles an hour on Aaron Nola's fastball and the rest of his pitches, they make a huge difference. You get a better bite on your curveball. You get more depth on your curveball. You get a better movement on your changeup. And it's not like that for everybody. I mean, if you're throwing 100 miles an hour, I don't think it matters if you lose 2-3 miles an hour every once in a while, as long as you come back up. But I think that's a big thing for Aaron Nola.
And the 4-seamer up when he had to.
Numbers tonight.
You just saw those last 2 pitches, those last 2 sinkers. If you watch them, one of them was behind the left-handed hitter, came in on the inside part of the plate. That may be my favorite Aaron Nola pitch. But that last sinker that you saw him throw that started on the inside corner to the lefty and ends up on the outside corner, that is a pitch that's almost unhittable and unreadable from the eye.
Ricky and Ruben, look at this list. Aaron Nola is second on the career strikeouts list for the Philadelphia Phillies, a franchise that's been in business since 1883 in their 143rd year. Go to the bottom of the list, for goodness sakes. Kurt Simmons, Zach Wheeler, Jim Bunning, Grover Alexander, Kurt Schilling, the lefty Chris Short, Cole Hamels, Robin Roberts, the Hall of Famer. And there's Aaron Nola. No one's touching Steve Carlton. No one's touching lefty. We know that. But to be second place on that list of greats Ruben, what's it say to you, someone who grew up Phillies bat boy, Phillies player, and knew the history because of your dad? What's that? That's incredible,
It really is phenomenal. Based on where we drafted him to become a quick-moving starting pitcher. We did not think that he was going to be a number one type pitcher. We thought he was going to be a quick mover from LSU to the big leagues, which he was. And for him to have this type of longevity and consistency and the durability, except for this year, now it was 10 years into his career, but the durability that he's had to be able to reach that milestone, really impressive. And really, in a lot of ways, he's outdone the expectation for the man, because I honestly believe that he was going to be a good, solid pitcher in the major leagues, and he was going to do it quickly, but he's sort of surpassed all the expectations that we had for him.
Yeah, he sure did. We be honest, Minnesota's a 69-win team. Yes, they're a major league team, but they're not going to the playoffs, far from it. Ben Davis said something interesting during the telecast, which is, quote, the stuff he had tonight plays to any lineup. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. This was Aaron Nola with his best stuff. And that's about as honest as you could be. I mean, I don't care who you're facing. He had a perfect game through 5 2/3. And I mean, I think you look at the quality of the stuff, the movement on his pitches. You could grade him right now. You just looked at him as well as we did. You saw the sinker had very good movement. You saw it was coming back to the left-handed hitters. You saw the curveball was just actually probably his best of the year, maybe best in a lot longer than that. Ruben pointed out the changeup was very good, and being able to elevate his four-seam fastball above the zone. You tell me who's going to hit all those pitches when he has control of all of them.
The Mets, the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Guardians, the Blue Jays. Can that stuff tonight withstand?
Well, I think it can, because the combination of the stuff and the location, because it's not just about the stuff. As we know, and we've talked about a million times, you can have the best stuff in the world, but if you're leaving it in the middle of the plate, it's getting whacked, and guys are doing some damage against it. But he is staying off on the edges, off the edges. He was elevating when he had to. He had great snap on his breaking ball, and they couldn't really distinguish whether it was going to be a fastball or a breaking ball. And, the combination of the way he pitched and where he pitched, like I said in the beginning, when his fastball command is there, it makes everything way, way better. And that's what we saw tonight. It was really impressive.
And the park was jumping tonight because of that pitching performance. Let's get the thought of the manager of the Phillies. Here's Rob Thomson post-game.
Best you've seen from Aaron Nola?
Yeah, this year. Yeah, it was great. Fastball command. Touched 94. He was 93 in the eighth, so he held his velocity. Landed the curveball. Changeup was good. Got leadoff triple in the seventh from Clem and worked out of it. So left him stranded. So he was fantastic. That's who he is.
Rob, I know you always say you have so much confidence in him. Did you see like this coming? Have you seen him getting better and better?
I have, yeah. And with a guy like Knowles, you know how hard he works, how hard he prepares, the competitor that he is. You know it's there, So I don't worry about him at all. I really don't.
After the way this regular season has gone for him, how important is it for him to head into the postseason on a high note like this?
I think it's great for him. He's dealt with some injuries, obviously, and coming back from it and building back up, and so that's a good way to end the year.
You said in Arizona you were really encouraged by Nola's start out there. Is there anything specific he took from that start and improved upon tonight?
Well, I think everything was better tonight and it was good in Arizona, but I thought everything was better. The curveball, the control of his curveball, he threw it behind the count. He had some swings and misses with it. The changeup was really effective on the left-handed hitters. The fastball command, the comeback fastball on the front hip fastball on the left-handed hitters. He was just better. I mean, that was the best he's been all year.
Did you notice him making some pitches when he was behind in the count that maybe he hadn't?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Change up, changing speeds and locating the fastball.
Does this change how you view him going into the postseason in terms of his role or anything like that?
We haven't set any rules yet, so nothing's changed.
Because you had maybe said he could pitch out of the bullpen, and
Well, I think he could, but that doesn't mean he's not going to start either.
Sosa, since he came back, it's like on a little bit of a power streak.
Yeah.
What do you see from these swings? It seems like he's almost like one-handing the ball.
Yeah, well, he's so strong, and with his strength, and if you barrel the ball up, it'll fly, especially in this ballpark.
What have you seen from Alec Bohm since coming back from the IL? Has he made any changes, or
No, he's healthy. The shoulder's not bothering him, so the swing's efficient, and he's using the field, and he's healthy. That's the biggest thing.
Was there any talk about? I mean, his pitch count was so low, sending him out for the 8th. I don't know if there was any discussion about it, or was it automatic?
No, I went down and talked to him. I said, "How you doing?" He said, "Fine." I said, "I just asked him if he had another inning in him and if he wanted it, and he said, "Yeah, I'm good. No issues whatsoever," because he battled out of that situation in the 7th where Clemens gets the leadoff triple, and then I felt like, did he empty the tank here? But he said, no, he felt good. So.
Was there any thought at all about going back to him in the 9th or no?
No, not this late. Not this late in the year. Wanted to leave on a good note, and I think everybody knows how I feel about complete games. I think it affects people, and he hasn't been in the 8th inning all year. So.
As we continue with Ricky Bottalico, Ruben Amaro Jr., and we've got Toyota pushed to the playoffs, and Milwaukee right now is losing to Cincinnati. Remember, Cincinnati's got something to play for. So the Phillies have clinched a bye to the NLDS. Brewers have a 1.5 lead on the Phils for the #1 seed, and I would submit to you both that if they lose tonight, the Brewers, obviously any game they win, they would clinch the top seed. If they lose tonight, they're going to tighten up. Because definitely if they lose tomorrow, it comes down to Sunday for the home field throughout the NL playoffs.
It's not even
and
just,
the World Series.
It's not even just that, because Cincinnati's playing for their playoff lives. The Mets are losing tonight. Cincinnati was a game down on them. Cincinnati owns the tiebreaker in that one. So after tonight, Cincinnati actually may be the team that's in the playoffs, but they still have 2 more games against the Brewers. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, it is, and it would be amazing.
As long as the Phillies don't slip up here, they could keep themselves a chance right until Sunday.
It would be an awesome thing. Toyota electrifying moment.
Because it was a great pitch.
Now, let me tell you something. The guy makes a good pitch, okay? He doesn't think, number one, a one-handed swing is going to go out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
We've seen the one-handed swing thing for the last, I'm going to say it started with Kyle Schwarber about 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That guys were hitting one-handed swings out of the ballpark. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the ball's flying.
Well, let's talk about it. Speak right to Rob Manfred. I want you to talk to him right in the. Okay, just wanted to make
Comical.
Okay, let's go to Aaron Nola in the clubhouse right now.
Outstanding stuff tonight. Did it even surprise you maybe a little bit that you were able to go that far and as well as you went?
No, but it feels good to go and get back out there in the 8th again. It's been a while. I feel like since I got off the injury list, I don't think I've even been in the 7th. So it's good to go deep tonight and save that bullpen out there a little bit, and Duran come in and close that game out. But good game all around by all the guys.
How much of a test was that 7th inning, Cody getting laid off triple and getting out of it, and how, I guess, rewarding it was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, that was good. That was a cool inning. That was a big one. Those first 2 strikeouts were big, and then that pop-up was big. Cody put a good swing on that. Anytime, leadoff triple, it's tough to, all it takes is a pop-up, pretty much to get that guy in. So I just try to bear down as much as possible and make my pitches.
How much do you think you needed to start like this? Because I feel like a lot of your other past starts has been like, without that one inning, it looked pretty good. Yeah, you didn't have that today. It was just like a full-time start.
Yeah. Like I know that one inning's kind of been biting me a lot this year, and it's good to, kind of roll through the first half of the game with, no runs. It kind of makes things a little bit easier, but those early outs definitely helped a lot. Early ground ball outs, the leadoff guy out almost every time was big.
Was it too early about the perfect game? Were you thinking about it at that point when Vasquez hits that home run? You're like,
No, I mean, I've gotten into the 7th before with that, and I feel like you got to go through 7 to think about it. But no, but it was good to fill up the zone and keep pitching out the windup as long as I could, as long as I did.
What would your comfort level be, if at all, if you had to pitch out of the postseason, pitch out of the bullpen in the postseason?
I'll do whatever, man. I'll do whatever to help the guys win, man. Everybody's goal is the same in here. We want to get back to the World Series and win it. But it's a long road too there, so we gotta, it starts with the DS, and we gotta play good baseball.
Do you know when the last time you would have pitched out of the bullpen would be, if ever?
In the big leagues, no, I've never pitched out of the bullpen.
Like either in college or high school or anything like that?
Yeah, college, my freshman year, first few starts, or first few times pitching was out of the bullpen.
Fastball velocity the last month really has kind of been able to maintain it. How encouraged are you by that?
Yeah, good. I feel like the more I throw, the more I pitch, the more I keep feeling, healthy, and the fastball command usually kind of creeps up a little bit. But yeah, I feel like over the years, to start the season, it kind of takes a little bit to get rolling. So I feel like once I came off the IL, it was kind of the same thing. Took a little second to get rolling, but hopefully I can keep that velocity up.
And then Rob said after the 7th inning, finally down in the tunnel and just wanted to make sure you felt good.
Yeah.
What do you remember telling him?
Good, yeah, for sure. I felt good. I knew my pitch count was decently low. I think I was at 80, I believe, going into the 8th, so my body felt good.
Next Level, presented by Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Next Level, most wins in one season, Phillies franchise history. They're currently in 6th place, the 2025 edition, but they're going to go up with 2 more wins to a tie for 4th place, 97, with the 93 and 2010 Phillies. And that isn't bad. 2011's a different deal, 102 wins. So a lot of Ruben Amaro on that board. And by the way, who the heck drafted Aaron Nola? Who did draft Aaron Nola?
It wasn't this stiff.
Who? I want to know.
Oliver did.
No, it was Ruben Amaro Jr.
It was the grilled Ruben.
Here's the other thing. I think it bears pointing out again. Aaron Nola, the one time he gave up 1 run in a ball game this year was April 27th, and he pitched 7 innings. That's the only time before tonight that he had pitched more than 6 innings in a game. The entire season was April 27th against Chicago. That's it. So he has come a long way.
Yeah, but I don't
here.
think you really care about what happened in the past right now. I mean, I think everybody was thinking about Aaron Nola, thinking, what are we going to see from this guy? Is he going to give us something or give us a taste that he could be in the playoffs? Isn't that what this game was really about? Going into this game, I mean, that was my one thought. Can he change anybody's mind tonight?
Right. Well, you tell me, because to me, it's Walker Buehler, Aaron Nola. Walker Buehler is not chopped liver. This guy can pitch. He was the last guy on the mound last year for the Dodgers when they won the World Series.
How many innings did we watch Walker Buehler pitch?
13.
No,
or
well,
so.
I'm just saying.
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, what, 5, 6?
That's
5 innings.
So that's what I'm talking about. You don't need 5 innings.
I'm just saying he's given up 1 run. I just talked about my love for Aaron Nola, so it's not that. But the fact is, if you got to make a hard decision, Walker Buehler has been pitching real well. He's a bona fide starter, as is Nola. So you tell me, did Nola make any inroads, in your opinion, tonight?
He's the fourth starter, Michael.
He is, period,
it's very
end of
simple.
story.
It's very simple.
And I think Ruben's right. I think Rob Thomson was leaning that way the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's why when he was asked, could he come out of the bullpen, he said he could. Doesn't mean he won't start.
In the division series, if he's on the roster, then he has to come out of the bullpen if he's starting the 3 left-handers who are the deserved guys. I don't think that Nola steps forward. I don't know that he pitches in as a starter, but I do believe that if they need him, he will pitch out of the bullpen.
I don't think we see Aaron Nola in the NLDS.
I hope we don't, because
I hope we don't too.
Then we can utilize him, in the NLCS.
Number 4 starter. All right, let's go back to the clubhouse, talk to the catcher, JT Realmuto postgame.
Seen some pretty good starting pitching over the last 3 games, and Aaron tonight. Like, what did you see out of him tonight?
Really, just everything was working. I thought that was one of the sharpest I've seen him this season. Curveball had good bite to it. The changeup was as good as I've seen, and then he was locating the fastball well. So, just had everything going for him.
How good do you feel for him just to, it's been a rough year for him. He's been hurt and ERA's not what he wants it to be, but just to see him kind of cap his regular season this way, how good do you feel for him?
Yeah, it was great to see. Nola, he's a competitor, so this season obviously wasn't the one he wanted, but to see him go out on top and throw a really good start, take some momentum into the postseason, it's really good to see.
Obviously, you don't make these decisions, but how much confidence would you have in Nola coming off this in a postseason start if he was needed?
Oh, very much, yeah. I mean, Nola's who he is for a reason. He's been really good for us for a long time, so especially coming off a start like that, the confidence is definitely high with him.
He's moved up to number 2 on the all-time strikeouts list. You've caught a lot of those strikeouts. What is your perspective back there when you see him do, whether it's called or where they get someone out to swing?
It just shows who he is as a pitcher. He's just a complete pitcher. He's never been the most overpowering guy, but being able to mix, command the strike zone, throw multiple pitches in different counts. His whole career he's been that way. He's everything you want in a pitcher as far as being able to work through a lineup, keep guys off balance, and obviously strike a lot of guys out.